This is Ricky On with ABC News. The President addressed members of the House and Senate on September 21, 2011 in hopes of gaining support for his new Americans Job Act. The President addressed a number of things in this act, including cutting payroll taxes for most Americans and improving America's infrastructure. President Obama spoke with a sense of urgency, repeatedly asking Congress to pass this bill now. Joining us from Harrisonburg, Virginia, is ABC News correspondent Cameron Carey. Cameron, what can you tell us about this new bill?
Thanks, Ricky. I'm at James Madison University, where a little over a week ago, President Obama met with Congress, urging them to pass the American Jobs Act. He appealed to both Democrats and Republicans during his speech, stating that, at some point or another, everyone has supported some of this. The president countered questions about unequal tax rates between the rich and poor, saying, "This isn't about class warfare. This is about giving everyone a fair shake."
It's a plan that has the types of proposals that have been supported by both Democrats and Republicans in the past. So there is absolutely no reason for Congress to drag its feet on this issue. They should pass the bill right away.
Since Obama first came to office in 2008, unemployment has almost doubled, and the debt crisis is no closer to being solved. Some members of Congress raised concern that such a high-cost bill isn't wise in a time when the U.S. is faced with such economic uncertainty. Obama insisted throughout his speech, however, that this bill is already paid for, as he lays out in his long-term deficit reduction program.
Just a couple of days ago, I submitted to Congress my long-term deficit reduction plan. This plan provides over $4 trillion in deficit reduction, and it pays for the American Jobs Act through tax reform, over $1 trillion in spending cuts already in the Budget Control Act, over $1 trillion from the drawdown in our wars overseas, and by other savings by cutting out wasteful government spending and programs. It's wrong that a teacher or a nurse or a construction worker should pay higher taxes than somebody pulling in $50 million a year. So to help rectify these mistakes, I've introduced this bill to the American Congress, and the way to pay for it, my debt reduction package.
Obama didn't only stress the importance of job creation during his speech. He described tax cuts for the wealthiest of Americans as unfair. This generated much discussion about his mention of billionaire Warren Buffett, whose tax rate is apparently lower than his secretary's. Although not every citizen faces a tax increase, Obama seems committed to the American middle class and rebuilding what was once America's driving force. Obama detailed some of the ideas for job creation and benefits for jobs to hire new employees. Obama also discussed how the bill will affect those who remain unemployed.
Another thing I think is crucial to American success right now is reforming the unemployment insurance system so that we can make sure 6 million Americans don't lose their benefits by allowing for greater flexibility in the system. By setting up reemployment assistance, such as tax credit, for the long-term unemployed, work-sharing programs so that workers only have a reduction in their hours instead of getting laid off, and introducing new capital to states aimed at getting the long-term unemployed back to work.
Throughout his speech, Obama stressed the importance of quickly passing the American Jobs Act. He called for immediate action from Congress members. He argued that Congress doesn't have time to waste, as Americans, especially the unemployed, are in need of relief now. The success of the American Jobs Act and how the public perceives it will likely become a focal point of the upcoming presidential election and of Obama's candidacy. I'm Cameron Carey for ABC News.